If you were to target one of these like activities or places where you would like to participate, which would be it?
Mm-hmm. For example, maybe this rocket stove, because I always need Papa Bear's help in being able to use
Work it.
Mhm. So maybe when Papa Bear's not there, I'm stuck.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to learn how to use it by myself.
Okay, so it would be, in a way, gaining independence, more or less.
And
Okay.
that's important to me.
Absolutely, yeah. If you were to name like spaces in the house that make you feel safe, happy, content, and contained, which would be it?
I would think maybe this little kitchen part, because I know and I've gotten used to doing this.
Okay.
And it's something that I already knew. I knew how to cook before the house was made. So I feel happy because I can use what I know.
Okay. And if there was a space in the house that made you feel more unease than any other space, a bit more anxious, or I don't know if to address it as fear, but that definitely creates a bit of oh yeah, I lost the word. Anxiety, yes, and when you don't get what you want, is it frustration?
Yeah, I would go back to this rocket stove because I can't manage winter without it.
Okay.
We don't have electricity. And if this doesn't work, then we'll feel cold.
Exactly. Definitely, yes. Okay. Now tell me about the outside part. What is nice about it? Why were you there at the very beginning before stepping into the house? Like, why did the whole story start there and not inside the house?
Interesting. Because I was actually feeling, it is my house, but there are parts of it that I don't know yet. So I was still outside, although it is mine. And I feel happy with green things and with animals and things.
Okay.
And maybe with the animals and the plants, I really don't need to talk so much.
Yes, it makes sense. It makes sense. Okay. Do you want to talk about any other feature of the house, furniture, living room, window, or anything? Do you think you want to talk more about the house at all? Okay.
No, I think it's
okay. So if you still had time to make the house exactly as you planned it initially, what would you change? Or what would you finish?
I would put in all the other things of the house. Maybe make it a little more roomy, because right now it looks a little tight on space.
Yeah, well, it didn't give you so much space either, but okay.
And so I would add maybe a little study area, and then maybe some windows and curtains and a carpet and things like that.
Okay. And it would be, what type of feeling do you expect to get from this house?
Nice, warm, happy, peaceful setting.
Okay. Well, if I were to tell you that those things that you now compare to a home are very achievable also for a language, in the sense that you can build this environment for yourself in which you know exactly what's going on, you are in control, and you create a warm, cozy, welcoming environment for yourself. It is possible.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yes. I think the analogy of the rocket stove, yes, it's a bit interesting from the point of view that it is what we need to make food, to create warmth, to live in a way, but somehow it's so difficult to handle that you can get burned and you can get hurt and you can get frustrated and anxious and so many things, and I think language is also something that makes us feel that way. But remember that you light a match first, and you might get burned, but you won't die.
Yeah. True.
So maybe that little match can be your next visit to Kela, or your next visit to the doctor.
Yes, true.
And also, as I said, you have now good techniques to kind of prepare beforehand,
Yes.
and to say maybe the sentence doesn't make sense to him, but I threw at him so many terms that are related to the one thing that he has to understand. You have to get through. So it is about getting the message through.
True.
Yes.
Yes.
Which will kind of, in a way,
is communication.
Exactly. And it will nurture your sense of like
independence.
Yeah. And in control.
Fulfillment.
And yes.
And
like self-fulfillment.
Yes.
Yes.
True.
Little by little. And of course, since we would be having more houses, then we will talk about everybody's house. But yes, this was today's, and of course to get out some new words out of this. For example, I think we could still do you know the names for each like part of the house?
Very, very, very few. Very few.
Okay.
Tuoli, pöytä.
Okay, that's more or less furniture. Let's say if we drew your house.
Oh no, I wouldn't know.
You have your stove and you have your entrance here, like your door is here, and then a fence. More or less like that. And then you have a nice study here, and then you have a really nice window to outside here. And you have your chair somewhere around. Yeah. And the owls. So imagine that you have your space here. And so of course this would be the moment that we get new words. So you have your edeinen.
Yeah, that I know that word.
Where you drop your boots and your stuff, and you finally made it home.
Yeah.
And you put the bag down and everything. And this is your piha.
Yeah, piha, I know. Yeah.
And there's actually an interesting expression now that you mentioned that you were outside looking in. When people say they are pihalla, figuratively speaking, they are clueless.
I see. Okay, they have some really nice expressions like these.
And it
I
made,
love
in a way,
picking them up.
Yeah, in a way, it reminded me not because you're clueless, but because you're outside looking in, and of course, it's people like I don't know what's going on because I'm outside. So it's
That's nice.
pihalla. So there's a nice word for you. At some point, if people say something and you're like, "Mä olen pihalla," like, I don't understand.
Yeah.
Or in ma taju. Yeah. Taju.
Okay.
I don't get it.
Another book because I'm really interested. Do you have I have a poster.
We might have.
No. This is good. This is
Okay.
good. Emma Tayu is also
I don't get it.
yeah.
This means I don't get it. And this one is kind of like I'm lost.
Yeah, that I wrote. Yeah. This I don't know. This
And then
that word. Yes.
This kirapi is your giraffe.
Giraffe. Yes.
Yeah, this is your
Got
pet.
it.
And you have your stove in the kitchen gate here. And your stove is actually, I don't know if that
The
has
hella
a... Yes.
see that I know.
Hella.
Yeah. But what is the fireplace called?
Taka. This is taka or taka.
Okay. Is there another word for it?
Let me check. Probably.
Yo, maybe it's the yeah, I can't search over this. Is your husband? You're not recording this, right?
Yeah, it is. It's part of the session. Hey, say hi there. Fireplace.
Okay, taka. Okay. Yes,
Taka, yeah.
I should remember this one.
Fireplace is taka. And then, well, you have the living room, olohuone.
That I know that one.
Olo. You can have hyvä olo,
Your hell.
paha olo.
Right. Yes.
And it's usually kind of like in here. So you
the
want
center
your
place, right?
yeah, and you want your olohuone to be
The
hyvä
center.
olohuone.
True.
Yeah. Hyvä olohuone. And then you probably would have your mathuone.
Yeah.
Like very basic words to talk about your place, your space, your house, your what is it that you enjoy of the place that
I
you
think
live
this would
in.
be nice to do in a class when they're learning language. Each person can, create their own house and then learn the words because
Yes.
then it becomes,
Exactly.
interesting
Exactly.
from the point of view of it's a personalization. And then when you learn it from that angle, it becomes easier to remember.
I think so. And of course, at some point, you would build a house with someone else in pairs, and then you would have to deal it in Finnish. And then there's this dialogue that has to go on. That's also interesting and helpful because whatever you don't remember, the other person
Somebody
might.
can supplement. That's good.
So yes, that was today's.
Okay, that was nice.
They're called serious games. These type of things, like Lego is a serious game. Not because it's boring, but because you have to participate.